What's going on, dudes and dudettes? Want to give a quick shout out to the Happy New Year, first day of the year. Obviously, I'm going to be enjoying this Final Four of the college football final. I believe Michigan and Alabama play first. Then a couple hours later, it's Texas and Washington. I believe I already said that. I believe it's going to be Alabama versus Washington in the final next week. So we'll see if that comes true or not. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this, one of the bigger days on my calendar. So yes, like I said, definitely looking forward to it. And the Duke men's basketball team did play yesterday or the other day, I believe, against Queens, and they pretty much took them to the woodshed. They got that win 106-69. Jeremy McCain, the freshman, got 24 points, a new career high, which is really cool for him. And I think there was some talk too about maybe, because he's one of the few freshmen that have stepped up officially for Duke, and it wouldn't be surprising if another Duke player wins the ACC Rookie of the Year, because 9 of the last 11 have been Duke players, which is pretty crazy. And they're all NBA players. Some had some injury issues or playing time, not getting enough playing time, but most of them are pretty much stars in the NBA right now. So definitely looking forward to that. I get a little bit more light here. We can look a little bit more gringo. And yeah, so looking to see if McCain will be able to get that status or not. So we'll see if him or Caleb Foster ends up stepping up as well. Because it looks like Sean Stewart, TJ Power, they're playing more of the bench roles anyways as of right now with the Duke freshmen. So we will see. And then they are ranked number 14 in the AP poll after that win. And a couple weeks to let some of those other teams lose and digest. So they did move up a couple spots since we last spoke about them. But either way, yeah, definitely looking forward to see what comes next out of them. And we mentioned before that a Penn offensive lineman from the Ivy League, Jack Purcell, had mentioned he had gotten a transfer offer from Duke, and he has officially transferred to Duke as of the other day, which is pretty cool, getting one of the more talented Ivy League players. Like I mentioned, a lot of these guys, these Ivy League guys, have developed pretty well, and they're trying to pursue a career in the NFL instead of somewhere that they were probably going to get more money from being so smart. But yeah, either way, it's pretty cool to see him select Duke and hopefully backing up Malik Murphy, the new transfer quarterback, as well. So looking forward seeing what those guys can do in the near future and if they get drafted or not officially pretty soon here on. And then Manny Diaz, the head coach, did make a couple more hires, and there's a couple other rumors that I'm not officially going to talk about yet just because they haven't not put up a social media post about it. They did put up one for their new tight ends coach, Justin Watts, which is pretty cool. It seemed like every guy they've hired has like a J in their first name, which is pretty interesting because there's like a couple of Jonathans. I forget the other guy, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. But they are maybe going to retain, according to Diaz himself, the wide receivers coach, Zon Burden, and the defensive ends coach, Harlan Bauer, which is pretty cool because it's obvious that those are some of the better positions that are getting drafted or at least doing well on the team the past couple years. So might as well just keep them in, be able to also like keep nice with the future recruits coming in or the recruits that already signed as well that are coming in soon. So that's another smart thing that Diaz is doing. And then there was a head coach from, I want to say it's the Division 2. He's a head coach out there, but he's going to be accepting the running backs coach at Duke at some point soon. There was rumors, now it's kind of been sort of made official, but like I said, there's no post for it. But once these guys get official posts on social media, then I will update you as well. So looking forward to that. And the other day, an ex-great Duke Blue Devil reached 4,000 career points in the NBA, which is pretty cool. Tyus Jones. Obviously, I remember him because he was the leader, one of the main leaders of that 2014-2015 national championship team that they won with basically 4 freshmen playing most of the time, which is pretty cool. It was awesome. It was one of the greater beginnings, the second part of beginnings of my life, I guess you could say, because that was when I met my girlfriend too. But yeah, either way, it was a really awesome victory, and definitely been watching him progress very well. He's become one of the better backups when he was at Memphis, and now he's becoming a really good starter out there in Washington. And I'm trying to get the Lakers to trade for him because he is only on a 1-year deal, and you can keep him after next season. But yeah, either way, we'll see what ends up happening with him because I've definitely liked his career so far. And speaking of those Lakers, yes, they did get one win, but they've kind of gone a little bit of a losing streak. But the other day, they did beat the Charlotte Hornets 133-112. Anthony Davis had 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 blocks, which was nice. But then the last couple games, they've been losses, I think, on the road. They lost to Minnesota, the Timberwolves 106-108, a close one. And then just yesterday, they lost to the Pelicans 109-129. I think the Minnesota game, that was like LeBron's birthday. And of course, they lost for LeBron's birthday, and it was a back-to-back. And they ended up losing in New Orleans, the Pelicans. So I don't know if that's because they all went out to sort of celebrate his birthday and kind of put up a lackluster performance or what, and I don't know why he just couldn't have waited so they got back. He actually had the day off today. I don't believe they play, but either way, it's a couple losses, and especially to Western Conference teams, that's not good. Especially the Timberwolves have been one of the surprise teams. They're number 1 or number 2. They're like top 3 in the West so far, which is pretty crazy because nobody expected that from them. And the Pelicans are in the hunt too, where the Lakers are, because in that, like, after the 3rd or 4th spot on the West standings, if you win or lose, you could jump up from like all the way up to the 4th or 3rd place, all the way down to like 9 or 10, which is pretty crazy. Like it always is on the West and never on the East, but that's why I said you just have to get the top records in the NBA and not East and West. And it doesn't matter if it certain travels or whatever, they travel all the time anyways, plus they get a day in between to rest and just practice or barely practice as well. So it should be fine either way. But yeah, definitely hasn't been a good past 2 games for them, but looking forward to seeing what, if they get another victory here in the new year of, as I've been mentioning, Kobe. And I've seen a lot of social media posts too that everybody's saying this is the year of Kobe because it's 24, his number. So that's pretty cool. According to Vegas and some betting websites, it looks like the Lakers are the favorites to land the Hawks point guard DeJounte Murray, which I know they were trying to get him from the Spurs a couple years ago, but they just weren't able to give up 3 first-round picks like the Hawks were, and for some reason it hasn't worked out the past couple seasons in Atlanta with him and Trae Young, so it looks like they're going to try to move on from Murray just because it's an easier contract to move on from because it's a little bit less money every progressing year, especially this year. It's only like 19-something million. But one of the main reporters out there did say that the main player that the Atlanta Hawks would want to get in this trade is Austin Reeves. The trade proposal is Murray to the Lakers for Austin Reeves and Max Christie, the second-year player on the Lakers, which is still okay. You probably still have to throw in a future first-round pick, which still isn't that bad. It does suck to lose Reeves, but then if you can kind of make a side trade as well to get and bring back not Austin Reeves, Alex Caruso from the Bulls instead of trying to get their bigger guys like a Levine or DeRozan, then I think you'll be fine. And you got your awesome defensive, athletic white player that the Lakers always seem to need for some reason. But yeah, I know they're sadly not going to get Grayson Allen because he's on a division team, so they're definitely not going to trade him to the Lakers. But yeah, either way, this trade seems fair, especially if the Lakers don't have to give up a first-round pick, which would be nice. But yeah, I think they will have to. So I've kind of proposed my own mock trade where I have the Lakers getting DeJounte Murray and Patty Mills, who is an older player, an older contract. I don't think he's really playing, but that should help out East to trade. Atlanta Hawks get D'Angelo Russell, Taurean Prince, and Jalen Hood-Schifino, their Lakers first-round pick this last season, and most likely a protected first-round pick because you're not sending Austin Reeves, but you are taking back an older player's contract who probably really isn't playing for them anymore. I don't even know if he still is on the team with the contract. So either way, we'll see if that ends up happening. I did do a couple more mock trades here and there with like Chicago Bulls, Washington Wizards, a lot of players that I've liked and trying to get on them. I'll have those mocks up at some point pretty soon because now it could be more official coming up like January 15th where they can start trading guys. So I want to get that out there before everybody else does. And I think there was like some talk about Draymond Green, even though he's still suspended from the NBA, I believe. He hasn't been playing for Golden State, but There's been talk that there's rumors that he could get traded to the Lakers, which I don't know how that works because I doubt Warriors would want D'Angelo Russell again, and they might take Rui Hachimura, but I think Hachimura might be more effective than Draymond Green is because there's always an X factor with Draymond Green that you don't know if he's going to play good enough for you or get kicked out of the game and maybe get kicked out of the season as well by the NBA, so you never know. So we'll have to wait and see. Thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.